7-minute daily reality check. Yesterday I got deep about my daughter. And today, I want to say one thing that I really love, okay? Is my daughter, one day, when she gets old enough, will be able to play through my life.
Yeah, she will.
Yeah.
That's special.
Do you know what that means? That's like my legacy to her.
Mm-hmm.
My legacy to her is this. I want her friends to listen to me. I want her friends to listen to me. I want her to listen to me. I want her to be real proud of all the things that I've done. Because then I can teach her she can do whatever she wants.
Mm-hmm.
Because she can hear it. I've been documenting my life my whole life. Now I just have the access to. That's probably the reason why I built my brand, so I can just document my life. And whoever it resonates with, I really thank that person for listening, and I thank that person for hearing it. I think that's really cool. Some days I can be funny and wise ass, some days I can get deep. But what I really appreciate is that my daughter can listen to this and just go, that's my dad. Because I was never proud of my father growing up. My dad would show up at games. I even got him to coach one year, baseball, 6th grade. I was pretty good. It was the B team, not the A team. The A team was for the better athletes. The B team for people like me who was only good at one part of their game. I could hit the ball far. I couldn't field for the life of me. I was fucking terrified of the ball hitting me. Because when I was in 3rd grade, my father and I played softball in the backyard. I pitched the ball, I went to go field it, and I didn't get down enough. The ball hit my foot, hit off of my knee, hit me in my balls, hit me then in my lip, and I fell over. So that traumatic experience just fucked me up playing baseball. Because every time I was out there, I would think about this 3rd grade penis, my 3rd grade penis, my 3rd grade balls, and my 3rd grade me, terrified feeling that feeling again.
Yeah.
So...
And probably the embarrassment of falling to the ground.
Yes.
Humiliation.
So my dad, I was never proud of him because in 6th grade, he coached the team with Dr. Lesser, and Dr. Lesser the whole year called him Les. Hey, Les, you want to hit some fly balls to the kids? I look at my father in the car and I say, Dad, I don't fucking get you. Literally. He said, why are you allowing him to call you Les? And my father's answer, it's funny. He thought it was funny. And as a kid, that really bothered me, and it made my father weak, and I wasn't proud of my father. But now I think, well, that was just my quirky father. And I'm kind of reframing it.
Yeah.
Appreciating my father. So through this experience with not having my daughter this year at night, which by the way I miss her like crazy, and I know everything's going to change and everything else, but I made the best of my time. Always made the best of my time.
Yeah, I think that's such a wise approach to life, when you can take any situation and allow it to be a context for your personal growth and transformation and transcendence, transcending our paradigms.
So when we make the most of our time, we constantly transcending our paradigms, big words, okay? I'm in big word land right now. It's like, oh, welcome to big word. Do you know something funny? When I'm first texting with somebody for the very, very first time, here's a confession, all right? You ready?
Yeah.
I will if they big word me, I'll have to Google it.
Did you Google any of the words?
I've Googled words on many people's texts. When people big word me and I don't know what the hell they're
That's
talking about, oh my God.
I love that.
Yeah, I've been big worded.
That's very cool.
Yeah, and when I'm big worded, I have to somehow or another get into whatever mindset they're in, because I want to communicate in their language. And that might be smarter than me, because it's not hard to be smarter than me when it comes down to words. I am always out big worded. You can out big word me anytime. It's my weakness. I'm
That's
getting
so endearing.
Thank you. I'm getting better, by the way. I'm getting much better at knowing what I bring to the table, and then knowing what they may bring to the table. And I'm still curious about that. But it's funny. It's like big words. They still get me every time.
You're such an interesting communicator.
How so?
I mean, you're so authentic. That's so unusual.
Really?
Really.
Why?
I don't know. I wish people were more authentic. I mean, I love being authentic. I so value authenticity. It's like, why would anybody not want to be authentic? Because it's like such a waste of time. Like, I only have this much time. I only have now. Why wouldn't I fully show up? I don't want to waste anybody else's time.
And most people aren't like that.
Most people are not like that.
No.
I mean, that's why I'm so adventurous. It's like I don't know how much time I have. I mean, I think part of it too is that I've died 3 times, and it's just it gave me such a different perspective on life. To be young. I mean, the first time I died, I was only 24 years old. To be so young, and have my heart stop and stop breathing and leave my body for 7 minutes. I mean, it totally changed my perspective on everything. So yeah, I mean, I really, really value authenticity, and it's unusual.
Do you know what that made me feel?
What made you feel?
What that made me feel?
What I just said?
Yeah, you know what it made me feel was that one day, like I talked about, I had a vision of my daughter listening and hearing all the fucking cool people that were in my life. Because my podcast is not about interviewing just somebody, It's not about interviewing somebody. I want somebody on there, right? I just want great people. I don't want to just one interview somebody. I like bringing people, my friends, my life. This is my life. These are my people. These are my friends. So if you want to join in, they got to come into like the inner circle. I want guests that want to be part of this circle, part of this message, part of what's going on, being willing to expose themselves. Not just talk about their accomplishments, but talk about who they are as a man, their mistakes, or how they are as a woman, their shortcomings. Not just sugarcoating it. Because when I do these shows, it's so just raw in the moment. I don't even know where it's going to go. Sometimes when I'm in the middle of a show, in my head, I'm thinking to myself, that would be the title, that would be the title, that would be the title, that would be the title. And sometimes I'm just writing things down on a piece of paper, and I'm just thinking like, that would be the title. But one day my daughter will see my whole life. She'll be able to listen. I try to get her to do the podcast now. She doesn't want to. She's been on once. She said one thing. But she's going to hear the people that I've met, the people that I've loved, the people that I've connected with. It's a legacy to her and to her kids. It will live on forever. And being able to express and emote every single day in authenticity, in realness and rawness is unreal to me. As a person, I feel blessed to be able to do that. And I thank people for we're gaining in popularity. And there's a real message here. And all of you who listen, you're the only ones who can spread that message for me. And I'd be in great appreciation of you spreading that message for me. Why? Because I really feel like there needs to be this raw authenticity in a world. In the world right now, everybody's looking at their Facebook and their Instagram and all their shit. There's no raw authenticity. They're posting memes from Rumi and everybody else, you know, and it's not their own statements. It's other people's statements. So if we can get people and have an authenticity movement going, what happens is the world starts changing and start connecting, and people start falling for each other. People start touching one another again. People start having really good sex, not just waking up with an erection by yourself, like literally like on your side, like a bike, you know. Because that's what it really is. It's like a bike. You're sometimes in the middle of the night, I have an erection and I'm on my side and I literally feel like a French bicycle in the middle of Paris. Because maybe I'm having a romantic dream and my penis and I are talking, and you know, maybe inside my mind I'm picturing this like, oui, monsieur, you know, I'm getting croissants and, you know, gluten free, of course, right? And I'm getting them, and you know, there I am, I gotta put my kickstand down, and my dick, when it's really that hard, feels like a fucking steel bicycle. Especially at night. Nighttime boners are definitely like steel. Like, they must hurt. Because they hurt me. So during sex, they must hurt her, but in a good, pleasurable kind of way. So I don't know where that tangent just came from. It just made me think of my dreams last night. Oh, raw authenticity. Yeah, I knew what I was talking about. That's what raw authenticity is.
Okay.
Okay? So this all started in lots of different ways, but I don't know. I think I would find it cool if I would be able to listen to my dad's life. Imagine knowing your father. Imagine knowing your father and your mother in an adult version. You listen as an adult to your father or mother.
That would be amazing to be able to understand them. Oh
Yep.
my God, what a treasure.
So that's what this is all about. This is for Layla now. It's like it's been looking for a higher purpose for a couple of years. Desiring a higher purpose, not knowing what the fuck this was for. Great. Made money, check. Lived in nice places, check. Never bought the house, dummy, check. You know, XX moron, fucking idiot, check. That's my idiot thing. Because I had so many opportunities to just build so much wealth. And I just was dumb. That was also because I didn't want to commit to Los Angeles, and the fact is every single time it meant buying a house, it meant that I had to commit, and if I had to commit, that means I had to make a commitment, and commitment is something that I always hated. So the house is the ultimate commitment. What a commitment. Holy shit.
So that's going to be an interesting opportunity for you.
Yes. And that is something my daughter's going to be able to listen to. She's 24, she can play this podcast and listen to it.
How you healed from
How I
your
healed.
commitment.
Yeah, how I healed from commitments, how I, when she was a daughter, what it felt like to be without her. You know, it's like, you know what it is? It's like that stupid TV show, This Is Us. It goes back, you get to see that, but it's actually, you're actually living. You're living it. You're not, by living it, you're able to literally take what you, it's like she'll be able to take what I've learned
Well, it's
and
like,
what she's learned and generationally and pass it on to generations.
yeah, well, it's like taking your negative association to commitments, healing that, and learning the value of commitment and learning the richness of what it brings to you and how that authentically heals within you will give her a template so that she doesn't have to not naturally experience a positive association, you know? So it's like you're repatterning her associations, and then she will not even have to have experienced them. She'll just be embedded with that, and then the next generation is transformed. It's that is evolution. Like, that relationship is how evolution outpictures in 3D, in the third dimension, how we can see it.
So by me saying and feeling that this is for Layla, means that generations and generations have healed, and I'm transplanting a whole new path for a different journey. It's like giving her a path of her own journey on a much freeing way. Because there are people that are very enlightened very young.
Mm-hmm.
And I think those are the people that come from parents that allow them to be whatever they are and not expecting anything from them and not trying to implant things on them and just embed things. You want to embed more positive stuff than what you experience. So you've already worked on your shit. And that is where, honestly, why people should not be parents until you fucking pass a parenting test.
Well, but the other thing too is that, I mean, if a spirit comes in with a degree of consciousness to already understand difficulty to be an opportunity for personal growth, if they come in already that conscious, then they may have chosen difficult circumstances because they had a consciousness of their own karma and their need to balance, the proverbial scales, to really learn those lessons and to pay off wrongdoings from other incarnations. And that's really how it's been in my experience, in my life. I chose very, very traumatic circumstances to be born into. And I've really come to a place where I can see clearly the necessity for that divine architecture, for that context, to been able to really transcend my previous consciousness. When one is able to see the way things are held together and the way that we move beyond a lower degree of consciousness and want that higher degree of consciousness, it becomes almost like a necessity to not pass up any opportunity for growth.
So we're passing on higher consciousness thinking to our kids.
Absolutely.
That's what this is about.
Yes.
That's what this whole journey is.
Yes.
Looking at your shit.
Yes.
Admitting your shit.
Yes.
Owning your shit.
Uh-huh.
Working through the pain of it.
Absolutely.
Not counting the pennies. Spending the money on figuring out your shit. However it might be, whether it's through legal bills or therapy or whatever it might be. Don't hold on to every single penny, because then the universe will never reward you with more pennies. And I always found that when you try to hold on to every penny, the universe eventually will rob you of all those pennies.
Totally.
I did it to myself. Did it to myself in the late 90s. Let it rob me down to nothing. Took every penny from me. Had not a penny. None. So when you try to hold on and you think this is your savings or your last bit of money you're going to have, then you're going to lose every dime of it. Universe will find a way, because it's smarter than you, and will out fucking smart you, because it will give you a lesson that you have not listened to, and it's going to only get your attention by taking away whatever you fear of losing the most.
Well, with the universe and abundance like that, what I've been learning is that it's almost like the universe is so unconditionally loving and wants us to evolve so much that it would force us to surrender to its own abundance. Like, it's only through my surrendering my fears, surrendering my lack of belief or my lack of trust in my worthiness of receiving so abundantly from the universe. It's like the universe loves me so much. It's only when I get to that point that I'm like showered, totally knowing that it's not me. When I get to the place of knowing that I have so little to do with what comes to me, it's not about how hard I work or how much I produce or, how smart I am and how much I can grow my wealth, so to speak. It's really setting it all down and saying, show me, universe. Show me how much I'm loved. Show me how worthy I am. allow me to be an instrument that you paint this reality for me.
How did you get that mindset? You know what? That'll be another episode another day. We're done.
Yes.
Yep, we're done. That was it.
Okay.
Right? That's a good way to leave them hanging. Really good way to leave them hanging, because that's what the reality check is. You get left hanging every single day. Pass it along to other people. That's all I'm going to say. Have a great day. And where can they reach you?
You can reach me at www.rhythmia.com, RYTHMIA.
You can reach me tomorrow.